That's Nick.
And that's Joseph, and today we're here to talk about Coffee and Kareem, the new film directed by Michael Dowse, which premieres on Netflix April 3rd, 2020.
The director?
Michael Dowse, Canadian.
He's done a movie I did enjoy, Stuber.
That was his last film last year.
Okay.
But he's known for the two Fubar films, Goon and Take Me Home Tonight, and What If, a Daniel Radcliffe film from 2013.
Coffee and Kareem is about a 12-year-old kid named Kareem who one day catches his mom having sex with her boyfriend and is so upset by it he is determined to basically ruin this man.
Yes, either have him, it's intimated, either have him killed or violently scared.
So this young man is played by
Terrence Little Gardenhigh.
Little Gardenhigh?
Yeah.
Wow, what a name. His mom is played by that wasn't shade. His mom is played by Taraji P. Henson, and her boyfriend is played by Ed Helms.
Who is police officer James Coffey. It's also important to note it's set in Detroit.
Yes. So Ed Helms' character is kind of like this milquetoast cop who's, I wouldn't call him like a bumbling idiot, but he's kind of like the laughingstock of the police department he's in, the precinct.
He's hapless, yeah.
Yeah. And Taraji plays this no-nonsense mom who is a healthcare worker. It's clear early on that her relationship with him is not normal for her, being with a white guy, I guess. But yeah, this badass Kareem convinces his mom to get Ed Helms' character to pick him up from school, which he does so for some reason. And Kareem takes him to the hideout of some criminals, some known criminals, where they witness a murder. So things escalate very quickly, and the bulk of the film is Coffee and Kareem running from the perps, but also trying to solve the case, I guess.
Which, as a spoiler, they're also running from Coffee's colleagues, including Detective Linda Watts, played by Betty Gilpin, and David Alan Grier as the police captain, who are in cahoots. They're
in cahoots with they're shipping drugs or something. They're corrupt cops. Okay, so the film is funny. It has many moments. Do you agree?
Sure. Yeah. There are moments of comedic humor. Sure.
What do we like about it?
I think Betty Gilpin.
Yes, I really liked her in The Hunt.
And she was also in Dowse's last film, Stuber. I think she kind of walks away with the film's best moments.
Taraji, I think, lately I haven't found her to be the most entertaining.
I like that she's a little dialed down.
Yep.
So maybe even against type-ish.
Kind of, yeah. So that worked for me. I really, really like David Alan Grier. He doesn't have much to do in this film.
No, he doesn't.
I feel like he's the funniest person on this cast list, and he was painfully underutilized. But it was a pleasure to see him. Yeah. My biggest issue and why I would give this film a low rating is the character of Kareem. He is so fucking grating. It's my number one complaint for most characters is creating a character that I in real life would hate. He's the kind of character who if I saw him get hit by a bus, I'd be fine with it. So to watch him for 90 minutes is ugh.
I don't mind characters I can't stand, but generally there's
no redeeming quality.
It would behoove the filmmakers to have some redeeming qualities about him,
or have a background that would warrant that behavior.
Right, and also they make Taraji's character Vanessa oblivious to his behavior apparently, and this film relies a lot on stereotypes, like Ed Helms' white cop who doesn't know how to talk about or to black people at all. I think Kareem is also a mess of stereotypes, and then not utilize the black mom stereotype to be she would let her child act that way.
Yeah, that's an interesting point. Like, it does utilize a host of stereotypes, except the one that we would expect, which is that Taraji wouldn't allow her son to be such a fucking dick. But, yeah.
You brought up Good Boys in comparison to is like, you know, films about cussing kids, which were once a novelty, which aren't anymore. So there's not even really that about Kareem,
Right,
to make this appealing in that sense.
It relies heavily on this kid saying these outrageous things, which I think the humor itself and this notion of this cussing kid to me feels very like early 2000s.
It does, and if you really think about it, what the awareness he has, he really sounds exactly like Betty Gilpin's character. The kind of bullshit adult shit he's saying that's supposed to be funny, like the hypothetical scenarios that he comes up that he wants to do to harm Ed Helms. Like Betty Gilpin saying the same shit. But
yeah.
I also didn't really like Ed Helms in this. I think that it would have been better to have somebody. There's no attraction that we can see that's evident between him and Taraji P. Henson, and
even at the moment where they kind of break off, she so easily like just drops him.
Right, but there's nothing attractive about him, like personality-wise, anything. Like you suggested, this might have been a good role for Mark Wahlberg when we were talking about it earlier.
I agree. I'm not going to say I don't think Ed Helms, there's something attractive about him. I definitely think they're an odd couple, and I don't see the attraction between the two of them.
Right.
So yeah, I think a more appealing gentleman to play that character would have worked better. Yeah.
It's the first feature written by Shane Mack. There are a lot of funny lines and cultural references, like, you know, Bad Lieutenant Port of Call, New Orleans gets a shout out. And Kareem gets a funny line about how there's 6 Tyler Perry films about angry black women. But this also strangely has a very similar dramatic arc to something like Stuber in the Crooked Cop thing, because Mira Sorvino's in that film, and that's a big reveal in that film, and Betty Gilpin's basically doing the same thing as Sorvino in that. It just
if you were to watch Stuber and this film back to back, they do feel derivative, or Coffee and Kareem feels derivative to Stuber, but
well, the odd couple dynamic, that's as old as comedy itself.
Sure. But from the same director, it does feel derivative.
Right, and it's just in a week's time, in a month's time, there's nothing that's going to be innately memorable about Coffee and Kareem, which is...
That being said, so I would give this film 2 out of 5 stars. What would you give it?
I agree.
That being said, I would watch it again. In the background, there were many funny lines.
There's some outrageousness that is fun. Oh, and you know, RonReaco Lee, who plays Orlando Johnson, the drug dealer, he's got some funny.
Those 3 gentlemen. So actually, I should say those 3 gentlemen who are part of the.
Oh yeah, his 2 cohorts.
Yeah, the 3 sort of bad guys. They are the strongest, I think. Yeah, the strongest character. I mean, like just funny actors in these roles. So yeah, I would definitely watch it again, but I think it's kind of lame and it does feel dated.
Yeah.
Anyway, bye.
Bye.